Hello, namaste friends, welcome back to another practice. Today, as you can tell by the title, we will be practicing a full body yoga flow. So nothing too intense and crazy, but just moving and breathing into all areas of the body. Really wonderful for the start of the day or anytime you wish to re-energize. Yes, we're just going to begin straight away, and we're actually going to begin on our backs today. So just lying down on our backs here. Without getting too comfortable, we want to have our feet on the mat and then knees together. Close down the eyes here. You can bring one hand onto the heart and one hand onto the belly if you like. And just take a few nice deep breaths here. Feeling the belly rise and fall, feeling the chest rise and fall. Checking in with the body, checking in with how you're feeling today. Feeling really grounded and connected to the earth below you as well. Feeling held, looked after and cared for. From here, let's take one big inhale through the nose and sigh it out the mouth. 2 more times like this. One of my favorite ways to open a practice. Let it go on the exhale. One more time, inhaling. Exhale, sigh it out. Blinking open the eyes now if they're not already. You can actually keep them closed if you like. Let's bring the right foot out, right leg out, and left leg into the body. Clasp onto the shins. You can clasp onto the knee, but try not to pull the knee. We want to be pulling on the shins here. So keeping that right hip on the ground, pull that leg, pulling the knee into the chest. You can create some circles with the ankles here. Move the ankle up and down. And just really breathing into that left hip flexor. And dropping the left foot down now. Bring the leg out and bring that right knee into the chest on an inhale. Same again on this side. Keeping the left hip grounded. Doesn't matter how close the knee comes into the chest here. Creating circles with the ankles. Maybe flexing back and forth. Breathing into those hips, into the hip flexors. Letting go now. We're going to come into a gentle twist. So cactus the arms here, palms facing up. Inhale. Keeping the hips exactly where they are. Exhale. Let the knees fall over to the right. You can bring that right foot on top of the left thigh here to help assist with your twist a little bit. Keep the gaze up. So just warming up the spine here. We don't need to force and twist too much. Inhale, coming back through center and going over to the opposite side. So find your center again and then move from there rather than rushing over to the other side. Take an inhale, Exhale, letting the knees fall over to the left. Bring that left foot on the outside of the right thigh if you like. Deep belly breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, coming back through center. Squeeze both of the knees into the chest now. Hands clasping around the knees or around the shins again. And then inhale, bringing the forehead up towards the knee again. Doesn't matter how high it comes, squeezing here. Exhale, let it go. All right, so we're going to roll up and down the spine a few times now. So bring the palms firmly onto the mat. Feet on the mat as well if they're not already. As you inhale, we're going to lift the knees up. Exhale, pressing forward, reaching forward. So just rolling up and down the spine, we'll do that about 6 times at your own pace. So just try to do it with a little bit of sense of control, engaging that core and coming at it with a sense of softness. So inhaling back, maybe your feet come all the way up overhead. Exhale, rolling up the spine, reaching forward. Moving with the breath. Enjoy this motions. Not crunching the neck too much. And then one more time we'll arrive up to a seated position on our mats. We're obviously already on our mats, on the center of our mats. All right, so inhale, arms come wide and up. Exhale, left palm comes onto the right thigh for a twist. Right arm drops behind, gaze follows. Keeping it soft, inhale up. Exhale, over to the opposite side. Right hand comes onto the left thigh here. No straining the neck. Inhale up. And moving with the breath. One more time on either side. And we shall meet back at center again. We're going to come into eagle arms. So you can bring both of the palms onto the shoulders. That might be enough for you. You can bring the hands to touch on the backs, or you can bring the palms together. So just listen to what your body is needing today. We're going to inhale, look up, lift those elbows up slightly, arching the back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling up. Exhale, folding forward. If that is quite a lot for you with your legs, you can also sit on the shins as well. Inhaling up. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the belly in. One more time on this side. Exhale, release, swapping the hands over, swapping the elbows over depending on where you are. Then we'll inhale up again. Creating space here, opening the heart slightly, and then exhale, folding forward. Rounding the upper body here, and then inhale, lifting the elbow up, open up. Doesn't look like anything massive. Very nuanced little movements here. Two more times like this. Focusing on opening and expanding and exhaling, contracting. And completely unwinding here. Let's just move the arms, loosen them up a little bit. You're always welcome to wiggle anything out that you need to when necessary. And then we'll come over into tabletop. And coming into cat-cow. Inhale, open the heart space, look up, expanding. Exhale, pressing away. So really pressing underneath the knuckles here is a nice place to focus on. Tucking that belly in. See if you can move nice and slow here. Opening up to cow. Feel a nice stretch on the neck here as well. Exhale, pressing away. A few more times at your own pace. Inhale to open. Exhale, pressing away from the mat. Alrighty. Whenever you're ready, we are now going to press back up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So just pressing up and back and maybe moving the hips side to side, moving into anywhere where you're feeling a little bit tight. Getting nice and comfortable here, whatever that looks like to you. It's really handy to have your fingertips wide spread like a starfish, and again pressing underneath the knuckles. Shoulders are away from the ears here. Make sure your ribs are not splaying out too much, so tucking those ribs in slightly. Relaxing the face. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Then from here, we're going to bend the knees a lot into a crouching dog position. Inhale, rolling forward. Drop those knees down and arch the spine again. So coming from downward facing dog into cow pose. And then exhale, lifting those knees up and pressing back, downward facing dog. We'll do that a few times, just warming up the spine. Inhale, coming forward, dropping those knees, looking up. Keep a nice soft face here. Enjoy the fluid movements. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. A few more times at your own pace now. One last time, bending those knees a lot, rounding forward slowly, slowly, slowly. Coming back, this time we're going to bring the knees wide down into child's pose. We want to have the fingertips flexed here, so nice and strong with the upper body. Take a few deep belly breaths here, feel the whole body expanding, relaxing with every exhale. If you would like to have this a little bit less active, you can bring the arms behind you as well. Inhale, bringing the arms back out in front if they're not. Walk the fingertips over to the left side. Maybe the right palm comes on top of the left here. Breathing into the whole right side of the body. Remember, we're not focusing on going sideways, we're focusing on going out diagonally. So lengthening and expanding here. Big inhale. And then exhale, walking all the way over to the right side of the mat. Maybe the left palm comes on top of the right, maybe staying on the fingertips. Breathing into the left side body. Nice lateral stretch here. Next, exhale, coming back through center again, rising back up into downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Big exhale out the mouth. Inhale, lift that right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. From here, we're going to take a big step up into lizard. So right foot comes to the outside of that right hand. You can keep the knee down if you like, or you can keep the knee up. Just rocking back and forward here. Backwards and forwards here. Opening up the heart space. Staying with the breath. Coming up onto the fingertips now, we're going to lengthen that front leg. Inhale. Exhale, take a big step up, coming into a twist. So the left knee comes to the outside of the right foot. And if you need to practice that a few times, just go back and forward here. It's like you coming into a runner's lunge almost and then pressing up. Nice and softly with control. Ensure that right foot is planted onto the mat. Inhale, reaching forward with the left arm. Exhale, wrapping it around that right knee. Right fingertips come down. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist. Everything is getting really nice and green here in Goa because there's been a little bit of rain. So nice. Inhale to lengthen a little bit more. Exhale. Twisting. Again, ensuring you're not dropping into that back hand and you're not straining your neck at all as well. Taking up space here, so nice big belly breaths. If you are on your moon cycle, then don't do any super deep twists. Next, exhale, letting go. We're going to plant those hands down again, stepping back into lizard. Inhale to lengthen. Drop that back knee down, then turn the shin so that it's parallel to the front edge of the mat, walking the fingertips over to the left side. Inhale, reaching up and overhead, pressing those hips forward, open up. If you like, you can cactus the arms here. Staying here for a breath. Pressing those hips forward, reaching, reaching, reaching. Exhale, dropping the hands back down, coming back to lizard. One more time. Inhale, lift that back foot up. Exhale, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale out the mouth. Coming down to child's pose if you like. If you have a little bit more energy today, we're going to come into side plank here. So inhale, rolling forward. Rolling over onto the left palm, the outside edge of the left foot. Inhale, reaching up. Pressing, pressing, pressing away from the ground. Imagine there is a little fire underneath you. and you don't want to touch it. So pressing up with those side body obliques. Engage the core here. If you like, you can reach up overhead. If you like as well, you can drop that top foot down to help. Makes it a little bit easier and less intense. Otherwise, stay here for a couple more breaths. Opening up the heart here. Exhale back through center, going over to the opposite side. So rolling over onto that right hand now, right edge of the foot. Inhale, arm up. Again, pressing away from the mat. So you really don't want to be dropping down a little bit, pressing out of that top arm. Stay here for a few breaths. If you like, you can reach up overhead, almost as if you're leaning back slightly. See what that feels like. Again, dropping that left foot this time in front if you like. Couple more breaths here. Inhale and exhale, coming back through center. This time, child's pose. Bring the hands behind you. Stay here for a few breaths. Maybe take a moment here to think of something that you're grateful for today. Someone that you're grateful for in your life. And rising back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, this time left foot reaches up. Exhale, big step up. Left foot this time comes to the outside of the left hand, lizard. So again, keeping that knee up or down. See how the body is feeling today. Notice how this side is perhaps a little bit different than the other side. Opening the heart. So we don't want to be dropping down. Pressing firmly into underneath the knuckles again here. Hips are nice and square towards the top of the mat. Inhale. We're going to lengthen that front foot, bend the back one slightly, and then exhale, big step up. Right knee comes this time to the outside of the left foot. So coming back and forth a little bit. Let's try it a couple times, just getting used to that movement. It's really nice to inhale and then exhale, pressing back, engage the core, coming into it with control. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, clasping that elbow into the knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine, exhale to twist. Not dropping into that back hand. Deep belly breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale. Coming back through center, drop those hands down, pressing back again into lizard. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the knee down, bring the shin parallel to the front edge of the mat. Walk the fingertips over to the side. Inhale, lifting up, pressing up with the hips, reaching up, reaching overhead. Stay here for a breath. Maybe cactusing the arm here if you like. Opening up the heart of the thoracic spine. Exhale, release, coming back. Walking the hands back over to the front of the mat. Inhale, Lifting up the knee here. One more time. Exhale. Downward facing dog. A couple of small steps forward with the feet. We're going to come into a downward facing dog twist. Inhale, left hand comes to the outside of the right shin or right ankle. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Inhaling, nice long exhale. One more inhale here. Exhale, left hand coming down this time on an inhale. Bring that right hand to the outside of the left shin this time. Nice big inhale and exhale through the nose here with control. Softening the face. One more inhale. Exhale, letting go. Coming down again now into child's pose. Staying here for a couple of breaths. Finding softness with the face, softness with the breath. Feel the body expanding and falling with every exhale. Inhale, bring that body back up, roll over onto the glutes. We're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold, one of my favorite poses. So bringing the feet out, lift the glutes up slightly, moving them back. Toes are flexed towards us. And I probably sound like a broken record, but we do not want to have the legs super wide. We just want to have them nice and comfortable distance away from us, so we're not straining the inner thighs here or hip flexors. Inhale, reach up like you're climbing a rope, engage the core, then soften the shoulders away from the ears. Take an inhale, exhale, reaching forward, and letting the hands fall wherever they land. If you like, this can be super active, so you can stay on the fingertips, you can stay on the forearms. I like to face my palms up here and focusing on opening the heart. A few nice deep breaths here. Feel the body relaxing and softening with every exhale, and just see if you can stay with the breath as well. Don't let the mind wander about what you have to do today or what you've done today. Just focusing on the breath, on the body. It helps to feel any sensations you might be feeling and sending breath to those sensations. Notice the power of the breath when it comes to being able to soften and relax into a pose. We'll stay here for 5 more breaths, enjoying this moment of stillness, of softening and surrender. Next inhale, lifting up the forehead, rising. Bring the fingertips behind, bring the Feet again onto the mat. And then we're just going to move the knees side to side. So just wiggling out those hips a little bit. Then keeping the feet where they are planted on the mat. Fingers are facing towards the body here. Coming into reverse tabletop. So inhale, pressing those hips up, engage the glutes, pressing away from the mat, out of underneath the knuckles. Exhale, release. Coming to a seat here. We're going to close seated today, but if you like to come into a little shavasana, then you're more than welcome to lay down. First, we will create a few circles with the spine. So inhale forward, exhale back. Or really you can just feel free to move any way you like here. Finding fluidity in the spine. Reversing the circle. I really like to focus on opening my heart and then rounding the upper spine. And then finding stillness, closing down the eyes, palms facing up here. Begin to focus on the breath again. Is your breath moving fast or slow? Are you feeling re-energized? Take a moment of gratitude for yourself for showing up here. I encourage you to sit here for 5 more minutes or so, or enjoy your shavasana for 5 more minutes or so, if you've got the time and space. But otherwise, we will close the practice here. So bringing your hands to heart center and to your third eye, in between the eyebrows, bowing forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. There is a sun shower just about to start here, so hence why I just had to close that a little bit earlier. I need to save my camera. I'm very grateful for you being here and practicing with me. I appreciate you always and sending you lots of love. Have a really wonderful day. Om Namah Shivaya.